In a house full of stuff, most people try to accumulate to feel secure. But in modern cities or souls full of anxiety, there are people doing the opposite. They are deleting half of their lives to find themselves. The great victory does not lie in ownership, it lies in freedom. When the world is obsessed with shopping, do you want to accumulate? Or do you want freedom? Have you ever asked yourself, why do we have more but feel emptier? Imagine one morning you wake up in a room with only essential things. No more clutter, no more waste. Your mind suddenly becomes strangely clear. I was once like you now, surrounded by excess. Before deciding to cut 50% of everything I had. If you feel life is overwhelmed, please stay so we can go through today's journey. Your presence at this moment is the motivation for me to share beautiful values. Excess is a burden, according to research from UCLA University. Women living in a house with many items have cortisol levels, the stress hormone, significantly higher. In a survey from Princeton University, clutter reduces the ability of brain focus because it overloads the vision. This is not a coincidence. This is a biological response to overload. In this 30-minute journey, we will go through 3 main contents. Part 1 talks about brain science and the syndrome, decision fatigue. Part 2 talks about the rituals of letting go of great men like Steve Jobs. Part 3 is the way for you to restructure your own life. Don't just listen. Try to feel the lightness from inner minimalism. Only 30 minutes. You not only learn English, you are learning how to master your own happiness. Let's get started. Title: Part 1: The Brain Science Behind Excess. Why does clearing out stuff make us feel relieved? The answer does not only lie in tidiness, it lies deep in the mechanism of information processing of the brain. According to Dr. Sabine Kastner at the famous Princeton University, every object in sight is a noise signal. Look at our visual cortex. It has limits on the ability to process simultaneously. When you live among too much cluttered stuff, the brain is forced to spend energy to ignore objects that are irrelevant. Focus is eroded every minute by things that you think are harmless. Do you know why Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs only wear one type of outfit? That is how they fight against decision fatigue, the syndrome of overload in making decisions. According to research from the University Columbia in the year 2000, every day we have a quota of willpower energy that is finite. Each item you own requires a decision. Should I keep it? Should I throw it away? Or should I store it somewhere? When you delete 50% of physical stuff, you are releasing thousands of decisions, superfluous every day. Your brain is no longer exhausted by tasks that are trivial. Why do we like shopping, even though we know it is unnecessary? The answer lies in the hormone dopamine, the reward system in the brain, always urges you to seek the new. When you press the button to order online or hold in your hand a new item, the brain releases a surge of dopamine instantaneously. It creates a feeling of excitement, artificial. But please note, dopamine is the hormone of the hunt, not of happiness. As soon as the item belongs to you, dopamine levels will plummet, leaving an empty space in the soul. And you again continue shopping to find the next high. This is the endless loop of excess. According to Professor John Sweller, our minds have a memory that is finite. Every object you see is like a background app on a phone. Even if you don't use it, it is still consuming battery and RAM. Physical excess creates a type of cognitive load, invisible. When you remove half of your stuff, you are turning off hundreds of apps running in the background. Suddenly, you have more energy and focus to solve great things. Research from UCLA University followed 32 families. The results showed clutter is directly related to cortisol levels, the stress hormone. When seeing chaos of material surroundings, the hypothalamus in the brain will send out an alarm signal. Your body is always in a state of high alert and fatigue. Chronic minimalism is the medicine to calm the nervous system immediately. According to Professor Richard Thaler, Nobel Prize winner, humans tend to value an item higher than reality just because they own it. The brain automatically attaches memories and emotions to matter. Throwing away an item is processed by the nervous system like a physical pain. You do not fear losing the item. You are fearing losing a part of your identity. But the truth is, you are not what you own. In design, white space is the most important place. It helps the eyes to rest and the subject to stand out. Your life also needs such white spaces. That gap is not a scary emptiness. It is the place where new ideas have land to germinate. You no longer serve stuff. You begin to master the space and master your destiny. If right now you had to give away 5 items in your sight, what would you choose? First, why have you kept it until now? Please share in the comments. Philosophy. Freedom does not lie in having more. It lies in daring to have less until only the true essence remains. Part 2: The Rituals of Letting Go of Great Men. When the world is obsessed with accumulating, great men choose the way to shorten their lives. They do not consider shortage as poverty. They consider it purity, so that energy can be focused on the things that are greatest. Look at Steve Jobs, the legend of Apple. His room, for many years, was almost empty. There was only one portrait of Einstein, a floor lamp, and a music player. He did not buy a sofa for a long time, only because he had not found the perfect chair. He brought the philosophy, less but better, into every product of Apple. He believed that to create simplicity, you must understand all complexity, and then bravely cut them off. The minimalism of Jobs was not stinginess. It was the worship of quality instead of quantity. The fact that he wore a black turtleneck every day was also a ritual of letting go. He deleted the vanity of fashion to spend all brain energy on shaping the future of technology. The world won because he dared to discard things that were superfluous. In Japan, the nation of discipline, there is a philosophy named Danshari, initiated by Hideko Yamashita. Dan is to refuse. Sha is to discard. Ri is to stay away from. The desire for material things. Danshari is not just the work of cleaning the warehouse. It is a purification of the soul. The Japanese believe that stored items carry with them old energies and regrets. In the past, when you keep an item that you do not use, it is like a chain shackling your mind to things that have passed. When you perform the ritual of Danshari, deleting 50% of unnecessary things, you are cutting those chains. You allow the flow of energy that is fresh to enter the life of yourself. Or remember the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, even though owning an entire empire, but in his mind, he always performed the ritual of letting go. Every day, he taught that your happiness depends on the quality of thinking, not on the items in the palace. He practiced considering all matter only as tools that are temporary. His ritual was to ask himself, does this item help me become a person who is better? If not, it is an obstacle. Even in the financial world, people like Warren Buffett also maintain minimalism. That is incredible. He has lived in the old house for over 50 years. His office does not have a computer, only books and silence. He let go of the sparkle of wealth to keep his vision sharp. Material excess will blur the ability to judge. The winner in the market is the one who knows how to keep the portfolio lean and the mind clean. All great men understand that matter is the thing that consumes time the most. You must earn money to buy them, must spend time to maintain them, and spend energy to worry about them. When you delete 50% of stuff, you are taking back 50% of time and energy that was stolen. That is why they become great, because they have more space to think and create. Do you feel an urge to start cleaning immediately your mind through the stories of great men? If you feel these shares are helping you re-evaluate the value of life, please press like and share the video. Your support is the motivation to continue the journey of awakening with the community of people who choose a minimalist lifestyle full of power, eat men, and philosophies above Are you in the GR most impressed? With whose ritual are you ready to start cleaning? The first item? Right after this video? Please share its name in the comments. Philosophy. The fewer the items, the less humans are shackled by the world outside. To hear clearly the call of freedom. Part 3, Mastering the Minimalist Power. We have understood brain science and great men, but how? For yourself? To be able to perform this major surgery in a world always inviting, shopping and consuming? A strategy full of power. From Joshua Fields and Ryan Nicodemus, pioneers of the minimalist lifestyle. Look at an item and ask yourself, in the past 90 days, did I use it? And in the next 90 days, am I sure I will use it? If the answer is no, then that item no longer belongs to your life. It is an occupier of mental capacity. Removing it is not a waste. It is clearing the site for values that are newer. Don't start cleaning with regret. Start with gratitude. According to the KonMari method of Marie Kondo, hold the item in your hand and feel, does it really spark joy? If that item only brings a feeling of guilt for buying it, or a feeling of heaviness because of the clutter, say thank you, because it has finished its mission, and bravely let it go. The silence in the living space will replace the noise of objects that are inanimate. After deleting 50% of physical stuff, the biggest challenge is keeping that emptiness maintained. Establish the one in, one out rule. If you buy a new item, an old item must leave. This strategy forces the brain to analyze more carefully before bringing anything into the living space. You are no longer a victim of advertising. You become the gatekeeper, strict for your soul. When stuff disappears, time spent for cleaning and searching will decrease to the minimum. You will be amazed when seeing yourself have extra hours every week. Use that time to write, to study, or simply sit quietly to listen to yourself. The focus of the minimalist is like a laser beam, not scattered by things that are trivial around. You will work more effectively, more creatively, and make decisions more accurately because cognitive load has been completely removed. Deleting 50% of stuff does not make you become less. It helps you become more. More freedom, more time, and more happiness. Authentic. You don't need to live in a cave to become a minimalist. You just need to learn to master the relationship between you and matter. Let stuff serve you. Don't let yourself become a slave to what you own. Which strategy do you feel is most feasible? The 90-day rule? The emotional method? Or the one in one out rule? Please leave a comment so we can discuss together. Philosophy. The richest person is not the one who owns the most, but the one who needs the least to feel the fullness in the soul. Outro. When emptiness speaks. You have just gone through a journey of letting go. Connect the touch points that we have decoded. First is the brain map, where cortisol and cognitive load, once imprisoned the creativity of yourself. Removing stuff inherently is a liberation of biology. Next is the footprints of great men, the masterminds who used minimalism as a filter to shape great ideas that changed the world. They were not lacking, they were refining. And finally is the sword of reality, the way you establish boundaries, mastering the flow of matter to clearly understand the true value of freedom. Now, you are no longer a victim of excess. You are a minimalist warrior, possessing the power that the crowd, obsessed with accumulating, will never reach. The world may still be noisy with advertisements and luxury, but your soul is always quiet, and you are the master of that space. If you find yourself here in the concerns just shared, then we are no longer strangers. You know, your presence until this minute is a gift priceless to me. If you feel this video is useful, don't hesitate to subscribe so we have more chances to meet again on the journey of self-awakening. Every support, even the smallest, from you right now, is the motivation for me to continue researching and sharing deep values to the community, the souls always longing for the truth. Like you, don't fear the gaps, love them, because that is where the new life of yours truly begins. Go home and win in the own way of the minimalist. What will be your first feeling when giving away half of your stuff? Relieved, fearing, or freedom? Please share so we understand each other more in the comments. See you again at the peak of freedom. Philosophy. The one who masters true happiness is not the one who adds more, but the one who knows how to let go at the right time.